Hi, welcome to day 14. We are 14 days into 30-day challenge, so I'm very, very excited about that. The Crows have just had a massive, I don't know what you call it, turf wars. They've just flown away, but I'm sure they'll be coming back. They were just in the tree just over there, gone ham, absolute ham. I'm wearing my outfit today because, whoopsies, it's raining and it looks really dismal and it's winter, so we're cold, but I want to look a bit more fresh. And all I did was put a skirt on because it's too long, so instead of amending it to make it a shorter skirt, I just left it as a dress, so it's like a boob tube, and I got a jacket over it. You never know. It's just a dress. How exciting. Day 14. Loads of things that I have looked at. I've watched every single video that I've done. Talk about a cringe fest. It's been very interesting to see what I say, how are my mannerisms. It's winter, so I feel like I've got a perpetual cough. However, I think it's I get seasonal asthma, so in winter I tend to be a bit more wheezy, which leads to a bit more coughing, which leads to a bit more of a dry throat, and then I feel like I just cough. So interesting. I did just fold the washing and it's very dusty, so I had a big sneeze fest and then a big cough fest, and then I was like, I can't breathe, I need my puffer. So there, you're welcome. There's my life story for the day. Had a lot on my mind today. I'm actually thinking I want to talk about comparison, which I might have already talked about. I'm watching the Dallas Cowboys, Dream Girls, America's Sweethearts, sorry. I'm on season 1, and there's a theme I'm finding, apart from, having to look a certain way and what they class as beauty. Comparison. There's one lady, I've got a hole there. Hole in my jacket. Oh no, there's 2 holes. It's meant to be there. There's one on either side. Probably. Doesn't matter. Oh, the wind's picking up, so I hope you don't hear this. Comparison is horrible. It's very horrible. I mean, I'm comparing myself constantly. You don't mean to. Speaking from a woman's experience, I'm constantly comparing myself to what I look like, what I should look like, what I used to look like, where you are in life, how much I think society, what the societal standards are for everything. And then we sit there, particularly for women. I'm not talking about men because I'm not a man. I don't know what the psyche is of a man. I'm just speaking from a woman's perspective. We compare ourselves to everything, where we should be in life, what we should be doing at this time. Oh, well, if I haven't hit this benchmark, I'm not doing well in life if I haven't done this. I don't know who started that. Like, why are we like that, and why do we secretly start to compare? I don't even know what age it starts. Is it the fact that we are children and we compare from when we see our siblings? Oh, well, they've got this, and you're like, but I want that too. Is that where it starts, or is that just more of a want because you're a child? Is it the comparison that starts when you go prepubescent? That 11, 12-year-old where you start thinking everything's growing in and developing, and then you see people with popularity, the hormones kick in, and does that mean then comparison really starts then? I can't pinpoint when my comparison started. Well, I can really. It was when my stepsisters joined the family with my stepmom. And I was always being compared to by them, always. Oh, you're heavier set than them. Oh, you've got bigger boobs than them. Or you're not as, what's the word? You're not as easy to love as them. Her words, not mine. So I guess that's where my comparison started. But just watching these American sweethearts, the Dallas Cowboy cheerleader girls, there's 2 girls in particular. I can't remember their names, but they're comparing where they should be to everyone else, going, oh, I should be further along in life. They're 23 and 24. Why are we expected to have everything sorted out at that age? We're still babies. We've only lived 24 years in this life. Interesting. That's all my heart anyhow. Comparing. We just can't help but comparing. I guess it comes down to as well well, she's got a bigger house than me. I don't earn as much. I'm not as pretty as enough. I don't have a good marriage. I don't have good kids. We're just constantly comparing. At what point do we get to being content and happy? I feel like I'm content and happy with what I don't want a bigger house. I don't want the big, excess rings and lots of clothes. These are all from the op shop, except my belt. I spent $20 on a belt. Never done that before. But the sales lady sort of talked me into it about 5 years ago, and again, felt too bad saying no because I just felt bad. She was really good. A pushy saleswoman. She was not saying she was good. She was just very pushy. So I've got a belt that's worth $20, and this was like $5, and this was I think $6. So my belt's the most expensive thing I'm wearing today. I don't compare myself with rich people because I don't think I'd want that lifestyle. I mean, if it happened, I don't think I'd go crazy and buy a million bits of clothing and then, all the, one of those Birkin bags. You could donate that money to a school and they could buy iPads for the students. I don't know. There's so many more things we could do. That's long story short. I do say that a lot as well. I was looking back going, oh my gosh, I say long story short. Comparing. At what point are we going to stop comparing ourselves, particularly the girls? And you can't help it when you see a girl walking past. You do. You don't mean to judge or look. I've shifted my perspective, I must admit, in the last probably 20 years where I'll look at what they're wearing and think, oh, that's really cute. So I know for myself, I'm not walking past going, oh my gosh, I can't believe she's wearing that. Or, have that heart posture where it's just pulling that woman down or the girl down. Even the ones that are a little bit bigger and they're wearing those mega short things and all of their junk and gunk is hanging out, or, they've got boobs for days. That's cool. I do try and look at it from a non-judgy perspective. And most of the time it works. But yeah, when are we going to stop comparing? I know it's just super interesting. That's been on my heart. So for me, my goal, apart from changing to straws and writing my content, went to church this morning and then got home, ate something, and then I'm just designing a dress that I'm going to make, and then we're about to head off very, very soon for my son-in-law's birthday. Comparing. There you go. Put that in your back pocket and smoke it. Or don't smoke it. You shouldn't smoke. But comparing. When did we get so good at comparing instead of having a community over competition? Community over comparing. Let's shift your heart posture from jealousy. I think maybe it is. I don't know. I just know for me in my house, for myself, I'm going to continue trying not to compare. In particular, comparing what I look like now, as fat as I feel in my brain, compared to when I was so much younger. So, and having that grace and compassion to go, you know what, you've been through a lot. You have. We've been through a lot. So have a bit more compassion for yourself and stop comparing yourself, which is so easy to say. Doing it is so much harder. We're just wired that way to be, maybe we are wired that way. I don't feel like we are. I feel like we're supposed to be more community and compassionate. We're just not. We're just turning, it's just sad. It's sad. I know it's only TV. It's a reality TV series. If you haven't seen it, it's on Netflix, season 1. One of the girls, again, I really feel for them. I really do. Anyways, that's me in a nutshell. That's my thoughts for a Sunday, day 14. Tomorrow marks the halfway mark of 30 days. It's been pretty good. I'm less cringy, less awkward, I feel. I don't know what you think. I feel like I'm less awkward, less cringy. I feel like a bit more confident. I don't feel like I've grown with my self-esteem to walk down the street and be like, hey girl, check out how good I look. It's not that. I think I just feel a bit more confident when I'm looking in the mirror. Maybe. I don't know. We'll see. We've got another 16 days to go. So, plane again, flying over. All right, stay classy. Smell you later.